Happy Women's History Month. What is up, everyone? This is Press X to Start Podcast, Season 6, Episode 8. Press X to Start Podcast is an audio and video podcast seeking to transform the video game media landscape through an underserved and protected point of view. I am your host, DJ, a.k.a. The Forbidden D, a.k.a. Sexy Bad Choices, a.k.a. Do you know who J.Ann Lopez is? Anyone?
Nope.
No? Okay.
J.Ann Lopez is.
True. I'm going to say that J.Ann Lopez is more popular than Jennifer Lopez. I'm wrong, but I gotta support. J.Ann Lopez is a blogger who is half Cuban and half Jamaican. Marcus, do the bullet thing. Thank you. Thank you. She is the CEO and founder of Black Girl Gamers. It's an online safe space and platform that heightens the visibility of Black women in gaming and advocates for diversity and inclusion. They're partnered with the likes of PlayStation, Square Enix, EA, Netflix, Twitch, Facebook, and Adidas. If you don't know, Adidas stands for All Day I Dream About Scorpions. No, shoes. All day I dream about shoes. So yeah, check her out. She's pretty cool. I first caught wind of her. It was a few years back where she was nominee for like Trending Gamer in the Game Awards. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Who's this person? And I ended up like looking up her stuff. I follow her on Instagram. Like she's really cool. So yeah. Who else is here?
It's your boy, your heavyweight champion from Wish Niggerville, California, a.k.a. the janitor because we watch niggas, a.k.a. I'm Vengeance, a.k.a. Mr. Scottie Pippen because I'm 33 years old today, or yesterday.
Hey.
Mark Selson.
They're not going to know. Congratulations. You survived another year. How do you feel?
Washed.
Wow. Okay. All you need is a towel, my boy. That's all you need. Who else is here?
It's your boy Jordan, aka JXBot, aka Nice City's best net runner, aka the maidenless one.
Oh, okay.
I have no maidens at all.
No bitches.
I've been told many times.
Apparently, you need a maiden to upgrade and level up. So I'm not sure what that says about the real world.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. And last up.
Hey everyone, I'm Avery.
Nailed it. All right, that is who we are. And the things that we will be talking about today. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong script. Okay, the things that we'll be talking about today is Epic Games acquires a band camp. Don't know what that's about. Star Wars Eclipse has their release date updated. And everyone is feeling feelings. And then we're going to be talking about more Elden Ring because that's the thing that we need to talk about. All right. Let us jump into the Horizon Forbidden West talk. Marcus, give us your little update on the game, please.
As the person playing the game actively right now, that is definitely in last place. I recently see Hades again. I won't spoil anything because Jordan is not playing the game yet.
Fine. Spoil it.
But, well, yeah, you see Hades, and you find out that Silence has interrogated him and messed with his data and messed with his memory archives. And then the game kind of does its first big reveal, which has been talked about on this podcast before, just not at length, where you find out some things. There's a new
spoilers by the way. Spoilers by the way. Spoilers by the way. This is all.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying that there's a new group at play, and it kind of, to a degree, blows the doors off of the story a bit. And then, I mean, like, I will say that it is a reveal that I kind of saw coming. As Avery said off the podcast, it kind of telegraphed itself. And if you know anything about kind of sci-fi storytelling, it's something that you can entertain a thought of early on, and you're just like, are they going to go that route? And then it did, and I'm like, yep, that makes sense. And so now I am about to go to Plain Song, and my feelings about the game are pretty much the same as my feelings were last week. It is a strong 8.5 for me still. It's a game that is, to me, so far carried by the gameplay, even though there's some jank there in terms of just like the movement of the world the movement can be kind of weird sometimes in terms of Aloy being very sticky, but also selectively sticky. So like at times you'll like stick to every surface annoyingly so, and then at times like a button prompt won't work and then you just fall off the surface. It's weird, but the gameplay is fun. That is still the most fun I'm having with the game, going out into the world and fighting things. I just recently killed a Thunderjaw at my first encounter with a Thunderjaw, and thankfully I didn't die. And I look forward to just finding out more stuff to kill in the world with my Charger buddy. And as for the story, you know, I'm still curious to see where things go, but I'm still kind of waiting for it to really and be like, yo, this is the shit. Right now, it's like, this is cool.
Well, you said you're waiting for it to really grab you?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Still really hasn't yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Sean's not on the cast, but Sean is pretty much at the final mission, and he decided to pause from that and is just wrapping up everything else. So I think by next week we'll have a review cast. So yeah, I am as I said last couple podcasts, I am really enjoying Horizon Forbidden West. Like I am loving the graphical fidelity. Like I am still just being taken aback by just how pretty the game is. Even when you're just walking through the desert and you look to your right and you see a tall neck just kind of doing this little thing as it's walking around in a circle, and then you look to your left and you see a Thunderjaw just fucking up some dude, and you're like, oh god, wait, hold up, let me go help that guy. Yeah, and like it's I love the sense of progression and the sense of just like, oh, I am getting stronger in this world. Like the first time I fought a Thunderjaw, actually that was the Thunderjaw that you beat, Marcus, was the first Thunderjaw that I encountered, and I basically got on top of a rock and I shot an arrow at it and it looked at me and it was like, what are you doing? And it just targeted me with one of the missiles and just wrecked my entire soul. And I was like, all right, I've learned a lesson there.
The Thunderjaw, like that whole experience, I won't talk really long about it, but that whole experience was interesting because I saw on the map like that the Thunderjaw was there, and I was like, ooh, let me see what's good over there. And I was only level 16 at the time, so I was like, there's a possibility that I might get washed. But then I got to that rock formation, I was like, okay, I can angle a pursuit this. Actually, I think I can. I think I can do this, because there was also a lot of patches of the flowers to hide in. So I'm like, I think I can do this. So I set up some traps because he's weak to acid, and I strategically picked him apart slowly but surely, and kept shooting off, like over time, shooting off his weak points, and then he eventually died. He was very upset, but he eventually died.
So yeah, like there's so many different moments in this game that continues to just amaze me. And I think for me, like right now, this is my game of the year. And the way that I ingest games, I mean, if God of War comes out, I think that's going to be something that could probably dethrone this game. But I don't like right now, and like just listening to Sean and Avery just kind of rave about like what happens in the story later on. Like I'm just like, man, this might be it for me. Like it might be this February game that's it. Like rest of the years don't even matter. But yeah, like I don't want to talk about story too much. In terms of gameplay, I am in agreement with Marcus about the weird stickiness of some of the controls and how Aloy reacts to her environment sometimes. Fighting another Thunderjaw, I died because I went to jump and she jumped on top of a rock that was like 3 feet tall. And I'm sitting just clinging onto the rock, and the Thunderjaw was like, "Is that the move that you're going to make right now?" And I'm like, "I can't control myself. I am sorry." And it just shot me with a missile and killed me again. So there's like little times like that. There was a snap mall mission where like this game has a weird habit of kind of forcing you to play the way that it wants you to play, and you can't really use the options that you think would be kind of cool to do or to use. And I think in a perfect world, I would love for Horizon to um, take another step towards Breath of the Wild by having their, I guess, their quote unquote chemistry system where the different elements don't also affect the robot. They also infect the world or affect the world in a way where, like, for example, if you shoot electricity at an enemy and the enemy is water based and the enemy goes into water, the enemy might just do more damage. Like stuff like that would be really cool to see. Although
that definitely did bother me because I also fought like a snapper jaw. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Snap Maw. Snap Maw.
Oh,
Snap Maw.
Snap Maw. I fought a Snap Maw not that long after fighting the Thunderjaw, and it was submerged in the water and it was weak to electricity. So I was like, bet, I'm going to fuck this dude up. And there was just
nothing, right?
I was like, oh, that's kind of whack.
And I think the reason why, something like that is the case and why that's kind of bothersome now is that looking at Horizon 1 and now looking at Horizon 2, that time gap, there's been a lot of games that really push that kind of interaction on top of like Breath of the Wild. When it came out, like that was kind of its bread and butter. So I think, however they do the next game, if there's a next game, I don't know what this game is I don't know how it ends and any of that stuff. So like, I hope that kind of gets into the system in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, overall, I'm absolutely loving this game. If you haven't played Forbidden West, get it. You don't necessarily need to play Zero Dawn. Like it does a pretty good job of telling you the stuff that's important from the first game and kind of getting you on board. This is definitely a game that you don't want to miss. That's where I'm at. Avery, where are you with Forbidden West?
I have beaten the game. I have gotten the Platinum Trophy, and I effectively have done 100% of everything involved in regards to that game. So it's no longer on my hard drive. So I've moved on emotionally from Horizon Forbidden West. It had my soul for about 2.5 weeks, and I'm glad it's gone. Mm-hmm. No, that being said, everything I've been saying about this game, I think is still apt. I think this, in comparison to Horizon 1, it is a chef's kiss step up. I don't think it's a masterpiece, and that's why I think it's going to get penalized later on in the year in terms of other games that may or may not potentially come out. This is a game that's a 8.5 to me, solid. And I think that
I'm at there too.
I'm pretty apt at that. I think in comparison to Horizon 1, I made this analogy in our chat, but I'm going to say it again here. Horizon 1 was a very profound but singular type of sci-fi story. We have one topic, we're going to explore that topic, and we're going to go through. This Horizon Forbidden West, it's gonzo as fuck. They throw 5 to 10 high concept sci-fi like sci-fi things at you, and as a direct result, every reveal feels like a what the fuck is going on, because like you thought you were playing this game, but now it's this game, and I'm like, okay, and get to the point where I'm at the finale and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I wonder how they're going to justify a third Horizon game. Oh, that's how they're going to justify a third Horizon game. Okay, I'm down the fucking clown. This is the most I did not expect when you started with, robot future till we get to this is the plot. This is what the plot of this. This is the true villain of the Horizon franchise. It's fucking lit.
Yeah.
I think the last act of this game is so fucking fun. It's so fucking fun. And it's so fucking cool. I said 2 things in our chat that I want to reiterate. It takes a lot from Jim Cameron's Avatar. It takes a lot from not a lot, but it takes a little bit from Cowboy versus Aliens. I'm not going to specify either one of what those mean because
okay.
But like it's one of those.
I'm a little concerned when you said that it takes things from Avatar.
You don't like blue aliens, Marcus?
I've already come out and said that I think I've already come out and said that Horizon 1 story is better, like structurally written better than the Horizon 2 story, because the Horizon 2 story decides to go in so many fucking different directions that it doesn't really get a lot of time to breathe. Like I was talking about in our chat, there are a couple of moments in the first Horizon game that I think are just like chef's kiss, like fantastic writing moments in terms of like high concept sci-fi. Horizon 2 doesn't really get to those moments till like the very end, and at that point I'm like, you waste a little bit too much time to get to this point in terms of like getting me deeply invested in the meta narrative going on here. But like that being said, I love Horizon. I think this is a great game. If you have a PlayStation 5, play it. It's probably the best game on this console. It's probably, is it the best game that PlayStation has released on the console? Yes.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I would think so. Like the competitions, there's not. I mean, you got Ratchet and Clank, you got Kenna, you got what's the game? What's the
Returnal.
Returnal. You got Babylon's Fall.
That's a Square thing. That's Square. It's not PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
I'll say, and I mean, obviously, I haven't beat the game yet. I think from a just pure gameplay standpoint, this game might be the best. From a total package standpoint, I still like Ratchet more.
Okay, that's an interesting argument because we were having this conversation in our chat about Horizon and its flowers and people not getting it. To me, Ratchet is when people think of cookie cutter AAA Sony game, I think of a game like Ratchet and Clank. I think of that game.
I agree with that. Yeah.
When I think Horizon is nearly close to that ideal, but narratively, they push it in interesting directions, and from a design standpoint, it's way more interesting than Ratchet. Because one of my big problems with Ratchet is that they don't really explore the Rift dimensional stuff as much as you want them to do, and that's the big that would be the big.
I don't think that. The reason why I said total package though is everything that I was promised with Ratchet, I got. Like that's what Then I agree with from your point of view. I agree with that, but from my point of view, it wouldn't be because that's just me setting a super low bar for video games. That's totally fair. It's just I'm not saying that I don't think that I'm saying that Horizon takes more risks.
Yeah,
I'm just not as enamored with Horizon as you guys are.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I get thumbs up for Horizon. I've got the platinum trophy. The Melee Pit Trials can go fuck themselves. This is probably
what was the hardest trophy you had to get?
The Melee Pit Trophy. Everything else I got by the end of the game. I had 4 trophies by the end I didn't get. One required an ability you don't get to the second to last mission, so you couldn't really get that trophy till the very end. One required a cauldron that I had missed because I just missed it. And then another one was fighting the Enduring, which requires you to do all the Melee trophies. In regards to this game's platinum, it's a pretty good platinum. For the outside the Melee pits, it doesn't require you to do everything in the game. It just requires you to participate in enough of the things in the game to get it. So except for the Melee pits, which I think are poorly designed and unfun. I know DJ loves Melee in this game, and that's a whatever thing. But the way
I like Melee. I don't love it. It has its problems. The
way the Melee trials are set up in this game are so bullshit. In that, before you can actually do the Melee pit trial, you have to do a series of tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
which are then gated behind abilities that you may or may not have in your skill tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, unless you're a warrior-focused person, you can't really do the melee pit trials until you get to, like, the end game. And then even then, the way those tutorials are listed, especially when you get to 3 and 4, the melee pit trials, are so dumb. Because it's not like, here's a new move, try out this new move. It's, here are 4 different moves. You need to fucking chain them together. And then the way we're explaining how the moves work don't make sense. So yeah, the melee tricks can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, the terminology used for melee pits. I just did the third one, and it was like one. I actually learned something because as Avery said, I've been using melee a lot in this game, and I didn't know you could string together 2 melee hits that they showed you in the melee pit. And I was like, oh, that's actually interesting to like actually know, right? But yeah, in terms of its description or it describing the moves, like I'm not a fan of the word choices they use, so it is confusing. So I agree with Avery on that, and I haven't done the 4th one yet, so I'm preparing for that. But okay, that has been our Horizon talk. All right, well, that has been the episode for today. We hope you enjoyed the episode as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to rate and reviews on your favorite podcasting apps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And then to share your device that you are looking at or listening with to your friend, and then tell them about the podcast, because we would appreciate that spreading of the word. If you miss any of this, you can find all details and more on our website at pressx2start.com. And until next time, you be safe, you take care, you pray for Ukraine, and you wash your hands.